So last month I made $220 per day, 7 days a week using only my phone. And in this video, we're going to be going over exactly how I did that. We're going to be going over all my backend numbers, and then let's just go ahead and get started here. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and come over here to my screen. So this is how much I've made all year since starting in what I would say March. So March, I kind of started the program. Now this is the Amazon Influencer Program. So before we get into all these numbers, let me just go ahead and talk about that real quick in case you're new. So the Amazon Influencer Program is what we did to make all this money here. So what it is basically, as Amazon influencers, you're making video reviews and helping the buyer make their purchase. So these people here are Amazon influencers. When you make your video and the customer watches that video and then proceeds to buy the product, well, then you in turn get some of that commission from it. So this is basically what the program is. You're recording a product, talking about it, giving your honest reviews about it, posting it onto Amazon, and then Amazon does the rest. Now you're not guiding your own traffic like you do with Amazon Associates. Instead, you just post a video, Amazon brings you the traffic, and there you go, you're on your way. So it's a really simple program. Honestly, it takes about 5 minutes to get your video set up, get it recorded, and get it uploaded. It really does not take long. Now, how I made these $220 per day, I'd say I put in maybe 4 to 5 hours at most, maybe per day. I'd say maybe every 2 days. Some days I really didn't even work on it at all. So that's the crazy thing about this program. And when I say every day, it's 7 days a week, y'all. So it's not just the 5 normal weekdays. It's 7 days a week. But you can see here, they're very short videos, a minute 6 seconds, a minute 32, a minute 21. It gets very crazy. But let's go ahead and close this out for now. Let's go ahead and go back into my numbers. Now, there's a ton of other videos if you want to see more in depth about what the Amazon Influencer Program is, but this one will be more dedicated to my numbers, what I invested, all those things, and exactly what I did to help myself scale a little more in the program. So comparatively, we're going to go ahead and start back in March really quick. So $98, that was that first month, $199 the third month, because we did get accepted in February, but we didn't really take it serious moving forward. So this is where when we really started taking it serious was in May, and we quickly saw a jump from that previous month. So $697.55, $2,344 in June, and then July was the beast. I don't know if we're gonna clear it. No, actually we are gonna clear it. For the month of September, which is currently going on, I'm pretty sure I'm going to hit at least $12,000. That's my goal. It's a crazy goal, but we'll see. So $10,562. Now this was Prime Day, so it's going to be much lower what we did for August, and you can see that here that it was relatively lower. So I still consider it a win based on all the things that were going on in July with the commission boost promo, with the Prime Day deals. I mean, we were having $1,000 days in July, which is crazy. So without those deals, this thing would have been a lot lower for sure. So let's go ahead and break this down week by week here. This is Logi, by the way, in case you guys don't know what this is. This is going to be linked down in the description. It basically just plugs in all your Amazon data. You can see your add to carts, your weekly stuff. So things you don't normally get to see on your actual earnings dashboard on Creator Hub. So this is week 1 of August, okay? And like I said, at the end, I'll show you guys exactly how much I invested and everything, how many videos I uploaded, all that good stuff. I'll show you guys at the end. So first things first, this is week 1 of August. You can see that in total, we made $1,455.87. And you can see our highest day this week was actually $393 for that day of August 7th. So that's actually crazy. Now, keep in mind, all this money is relatively, I'd say, passive income. So it's not like I actively had to work that day to make those $393. I did in the past by making those videos, but once you post those videos, all that money turns passive from that video. Okay, so that's the really cool stuff about this program. It's not 100% passive because you do have to put in the work up front, but once you do, it just starts going and going and going without you having to make any changes. So you can see week 1, $1,455. This is week 2 now, the 8th through the 14th. And you can see here, we're looking at $1,233. Now this week, this first 2 weeks, actually, these first 2 weeks of August, they were making so many changes, and they were kicking me off listings. They were kicking a lot of people off listings. They were just completely removing videos. So this program can be very lucrative at times, which is unfortunate. And you can see here, my lowest day in so many months. I'd say maybe 3 months. The last time I got this low, $16.54. This was absolutely devastating. And the bad part is I didn't even have like huge returns this day either, which was really crazy. I was thinking maybe I got an expensive returned item, and no, something just didn't ship, or I don't know what happened, but it really was a low day compared to what I've seen. Even the 6.2% conversion rate, it was a terrible day. But you can see here, we started off at another $300 day. We kind of ended off at about, I say, averaging maybe 180 per that week, 208 for that last day. So you can see much lower than week 1. But let's keep going. This is week 3 of August. We totaled out at $1,333.29. And you can see a pretty mellow week. So staying around that 100 to maybe, I'd say 180. And you can see here another pretty low day. Now, I say low days, $85 are low days, $16 are low days, just because of what you can see that we're comparing to. So a lot of my days are above 100, above 130. So having those $85 days, and especially a $16 day, that's like not even close to what we're used to right now, especially with all the videos we have up. And we'll talk about that at the end, like I said. But all of a sudden, everything just changed. We had a huge spike to kind of make up for that dull week. $495. Mondays are crazy, I'm telling y'all. And surprisingly, Sundays have actually started to get a little bit crazier too. Sundays are actually one of my better days now, which was not something that I was used to. It was usually Saturdays, Sundays are pretty low, but now it looks like Sunday, Mondays, and Thursdays seem to be the highest days for shipping items. So this is where we were at, $495 for that last day, which is awesome. I believe that was my highest day of the month. Let's keep going forward though. So here we go. This week was really good for us. $1,951.72. That's basically what I make at my job that I went to college for. So that's kind of cool to see, and kind of unfortunate to see that I spent all those years in college just to be making the same here online with 2-minute videos. But let's keep going. So $1,955. We had a $352 day, $300 day, $267, $104, $230, and then almost another $500 day, $483.51. Now that is a huge week for us. $1,951. That's a really good week. And at the start of September right now, I'm in third day of September. I can see 3 days worth of conversions and earnings, and currently it's looking like this week right here. So I'm kind of excited to see how September is going, which is why that's my crazy goal of $12,000 this month with no promos, no Prime days. I'm pretty sure we can still hit it. It's going to be far-fetched, but we'll try our best. So let's move forward here. This is the last 3 days here of August. So you can see $858 for just those last 3 days. And this was $381, $227, and then $249. So really now looking up at about $200 or more per day, which is really awesome to see. Now for in total the whole month, this is what we were at, $6,833.49. So like I said, much lower than what we got in July, obviously $10,562.71, but at $6,833 with no Prime Day deals and no commission boost promos, I would say that this is pretty good. So basically I'd say it's almost 6,900, because I also was starting to post my videos over onto YouTube. Those same review videos, I didn't change anything or do anything different. I just completely uploaded that same video, and I made about $66 over there. So if you add $66 to this total here, then we're looking at about 6,900, which is really good. So I'm very happy with that. But like I said, I'm pushing for something crazier. Now let's go ahead and go over all my other data. So we can see here, we're going to look at how many videos I have added currently. I have, as of August 2023, 854 total videos. We added 196 videos this month, so less than last month and less than the previous month. But it's because this month I really started focusing a little bit more on actual product research. Now I do have a video on that, exactly how you can use it, the best tools to use it. I'll have those linked in the description as well, or you can just click them up here. Now, one thing to note is that yes, I did have less videos, but I actually was still getting a lot more per day compared to the months prior to Prime Day. Now, I don't like to compare to the Prime Day month of July, just because that's like a unicorn month. there were too many good deals and too many boosts, and it's just not an accurate month for us. So compared to like June and May, this is a huge jump from $78, especially from $22. So you can just see, the more you post, the more you're gonna grow. That's basically the name of the game. The more videos you can have up, the more products you can find. And one thing to know, guys, is Amazon tells you themselves, they want you to post multiple videos of one product. Now that can be something like an unboxing, an assembly video, your honest review, how things actually work, or just specific things about the product. Look through the questions, although I know they have removed the questions now, so now you got to get a little bit creative. You got to search like specific tags. I usually search something like hot or long, because it's like, how long is the cord, how long does this last, how long does the battery last, stuff like that. And then it'll show you some other questions that are similar to that tag. So you just got to get a little bit more creative with finding out those questions, but it's still possible. So yeah, this month I had less videos, but my focus was more on product research for holiday type products. So a lot of fall, a lot of Halloween, and eventually in a few weeks here, a lot of Christmas type stuff. So this is why I had less videos. I just focused more on the product research side of things. Now my clicks stayed relatively the same to last month, which is actually really exciting to see, because like I said, those Prime days really boosted up the clicks. So 29,649. Once again, our earnings were 6,833. Our gross income is $20,738, which is absolutely crazy. Now keep in mind, I started in February. I didn't really take it serious until May. At the time of May, I only had 41 videos from those first 3 months. So May is when I really took this serious. So it's, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Within 4 months, we're at $20,000. That's kind of crazy. So that's a really, really huge scale. Now earnings per click, which is basically how much I made for every click of these. This is 23 cents per click, which is not bad. Last month, 35 cents. So once again, earnings per video here, $24.28. So for every video I made, I'd say each one was worth about $24, which is actually really good, especially once sometimes you get into that dull type of day and you're like, I don't want to record this video. But keep in mind, if you record that video, you're looking at maybe another $25 just for that video, which actually opens up your mind too to being more open to scale, because it's really, really important to invest so that you can scale this business. Now, I know some of you guys are just using this as side hustle money and earning on the side, which is completely fine. You'll probably enjoy it much more, because I've got to be honest, it gets very stressful sometimes, especially trying to keep up these numbers. I have a full-time job that thankfully lets me be lenient. It's considered full-time because of the amount of work I do, but I only work 30 hours per week. But the patient's number that I see is still relative to a full-time workload for them. So it still gets stressful. I still have my life outside of this. I spend time with my family. I've spent time with friends, with my girlfriend, and it's still, you know, on top of that, I'm trying to work on this side hustle, which is now kind of my business. I'm taking it really serious, but it does get stressful. So just know that if you are looking to scale it up to this type of earnings per month, 10,000, 6,000, I'm looking at 12,000 hopefully this month that we're in September. It's going to be long nights. It's going to be very difficult. Now, one thing to note, I don't have kids. My hours are pretty lenient. Like I said, at my job, I work 30 hours, which means I have a lot more free time than maybe some people do with children, with family, with spouses, all these other extra bills. Now, if you want to grind, you will grind and you'll find the time. I know people with kids take the advantage when their kids are napping. They try to do it before they go to work, before they have to take them to school, stuff like that. So you do just have to find the time. I know it's just going to be a little bit tougher for you guys with children and other jobs and other bills that you got to pay and stuff like that. So it's possible, but I know that I have an easier time. So I'm kind of seeing the results of that compared to other people. But it's definitely possible. So let's keep moving forward. Earnings per click, like I said, 23 cents. Earnings per video, $24. Now, what I earned per day this month, $220.44, which is really, really good. I'm very happy with that, because like I said, this is every single day. Even the days where I'm not working at my actual job, which is Saturday and Sunday, I'm still looking at an extra $220 for just being on the weekend, which is really, really nice. So here we go. Earnings per video per day, 26 cents. And then if we were to actually take this number, $220 that we made every single day, and I scaled it out for the whole year, we're looking at about an extra $80,000 in income, which, I mean, that is crazy. Now, my job isn't like my job is like middle of the pack. So I'm a physical therapist assistant, so I make relatively good money already. And having this as side income with really not that much work, I'd say this month I probably put in maybe 25 to 30 hours in total this month. A lot of it was mostly on the product research side of things, on actually finding the products that I want. And I did also record some videos for companies. So actually this month I'd probably made an extra $200 just from product reviews for companies themselves that they were paying me. So honestly, we probably did get over that. And yeah, we definitely did get over that $7,000 this month with all the extra stuff of the associate program and then companies actually paying me for reviewing their products. So we definitely got over $7,000 this month, so which would actually boost this a little bit more. But yeah, $80,000 extra just for $220 per day, which at the time of September right now, the first 3 days, it looks like we're still kind of on this same pace, which is really awesome to see. Now, I like to invest back in my company. I think it's very important that you invest back in your company. I believe that at any scale that you are, whether you can only invest $10, $20, $200, you should invest. Now, you don't have to invest all of your earnings. I invest only 20%. Now, some people do it based on their weekly earnings, based on their monthly earnings. I base it off my whole year earnings. So I do 20% of my gross income. So that would be, for me, $4,147 at the time of August 2023. So that's how much I have available to invest, because every time I've invested, I see that my money comes back. So I'm not waiting till I get paid. Now, like I said, I'm in a spot where I don't have kids. I don't have a ton of other extra bills on my side. So I have the ability to invest a little bit more, and I'm taking advantage of that while I have the chance. But every time I've invested and I do it properly, I'm not just buying any sample or random product. When I do buy stuff, I'm doing the product research to ensure that I have the best chance of making that money back. Now, my last video, I also talked about how I do short-term rentals. I contact hosts, I get in touch with them, and I go into their homes and I review some of the products that they have there. I talk with them, ask them like what type of products they see that are very useful for their guests and stuff like that. So we're in constant communication about that stuff, and that's helped me scale as well. But like I said, that does require you to invest some money, and I see it pay off. So at any scale that you are, whether you're, like I said, $20, $200, you need to scale and you need to invest back in the program to some capacity. So my 20% is $4,147. So far in total, I've actually only invested $1,881, which is really nice to see that I've got about an extra $2,000 to play in before I even hit that 20% of my yearly earnings. Okay. Now my operating income, this is subtracting what I've invested to my gross earnings. So after everything I've invested this month, I still have $18,000 to actually work with, which is really awesome to see. Now, tax season is coming up pretty soon, especially with the holiday season coming to an end. It's going to get pretty brutal when we see this pretty much get cut 30%. So you do got to make sure that you're saving some of this money for tax season as well. Now, if you do want to make sure that you're scaling properly and investing your money properly, I made a video on the 5 best tools to use for the program. Click that video there.